So if you are a black American man trying to date in Latin America or Asia for specific, a lot of you guys like to go to Brazil and Thailand, and y'all having these content creators telling you that you're going to get the best and that the women are going to roll out the red carpet for you. I'm telling you right now.
The Passport Bros are the most influential group of content creators in the black sector on planet Earth. And guess what? There is no one leader. The ideology keeps evolving. It was derived, in my honest opinion, from Charles Taylor. The name was given and denoted, in my honest opinion, by Aaron Ferris. And then the whole idea just went from there. Early adopters were Tailor-Made Dreams, again, Aaron Ferris. I would give Al Grease and the late great Charles Tylers as the thought leaders of the movement. And now we're into 2024 where guys are just taking over. Ronan the Traveler, you got Zoom to Thailand and Richie. And then there's this guy, Auston Holleman. Storytime music! I came across Auston Holleman in August 2022. Once Kevin Samuels died May 5th, 2024, there was a big void in the market. And none of us as black male content creators could fill it. So I had the idea of pushing a new guy, or at least trying to promote him a lot on my channel. That guy ended up being Auston Holleman. He was everything that Kevin Samuels was not. Young, rambunctious, inexperienced, but with a lot of zeal, and people liked him because of his brash personality, which him and Kevin Samuels shares similarly. And although the actual ideologies differed, he was a guy that I started really putting out there. And he was always doing well on TikTok himself. And the views went up, and the views went up, and the views went up. And then I actually met Auston Holleman in Uganda and also in Nairobi, Kenya. He's a great guy, and I think he has a lot of talent. But there has been some criticisms of Mr. Auston Holleman from many people in the Passport Bro movement. And he's not making the case better for himself because of his brash personality. Recently, he came out with this particular video called Passport Bros Are Selling You a Dream.
Now, today I want to talk about this. Passport Bros, a good majority of them are selling you guys a fake dream. And you guys can see that from my channel, right? That's why a lot of them choose to, we're going to get into this later, but they choose to discredit me. Because I get online and I can show you in real time what it's like in these other countries. So people might sell Sao Paulo a certain type of way, but I get on live and there's a chick argue with me that I didn't even talk to, but they're all so feminine in certain cities. It's so perfect in Sao Paulo. None of these places are perfect the way how they're sold to you. Is it better? Absolutely it is better. That's why I still live abroad. I went back to Dallas and it was some bullshit. So I was like, yeah, I made the right decision by moving. This was just confirmation. But a lot of these people are selling these dreams to you as if it's just a utopia. And I'm telling you, it's still, you're still dealing with people. They just don't have as much of a messed up mindset and brainwashed and degenerate mindset as they do in the United States. Okay? Now, how are they selling you a dream? First of all women around the world don't like all men. And I'm saying this as a black American man. We've been sold this dream. I never bought it, but we've been sold that black American men are the most desired men on the planet. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. First of all, if you go to another country, for example, Romania, Romanians prefer Romanians. You know, Russians prefer Russians. Kenyans prefer Kenyans. The women usually prefer somebody from their own country.
Then he followed it up with, most women aren't attracted to black men.
You guys ever notice how you don't see the best non-black women with black American men abroad? On average. I know some of you guys have very attractive Latinas, Asians, and European women, correct? It's a generalization, but I'm saying in general, do you see us going to get the most attractive women? And it's not because of our standards. Most of you guys that are getting the most attractive women are paying for pussy anyway. So we're not talking about y'all. I'm talking about dudes that can walk into a room and the 10 of that society that has the best men of that society going after her, are they looking at you? And if they are, I would love to see. A lot of you motherfuckers disagree with me and y'all don't show me anything. Again, if you're paying for we're not talking about you. I'm talking about dudes that are dealing with regular chicks that don't charge by the hour. They charge by the lifetime. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about. So don't come in my comments with that bullshit. Okay? Ever notice how you don't see that? Usually you'll see the baddest Thai chicks with a Thai or a Korean or a white guy. You usually don't see the best with one of us. If you do see a Vietnamese woman with one of us, if you do see a Japanese or a European, don't think that every chick in Japan has that same mindset that she does. Don't think that every Romanian chick has the same mindset as she does. They know that they're stepping outside of their comfort zone. They know that they're a niche.
And then he also discussed something similar on a YouTube short called Black Men Cannot Just Show Up Abroad.
So if you are a black American man trying to date in Latin America or Asia specific, a lot of you guys like to go to Brazil and Thailand, and y'all having these content creators telling you that you're going to get the best and that the women are going to roll out the red carpet for you. I'm telling you right now, that's bull. I recently started hanging out with white guys and I thought I was doing really good, and I was like, it's so much better dating abroad than it is in the States. Until I started hanging out with my white friends and I saw with my own two eyes, all these motherfuckers gotta do is show up and the ground is being kissed, and you would have thought it was slave labor going on. So what does that mean? That does not mean that you guys cannot get the results, because if it wasn't like that, I'd be back in the States still dating, which that will never happen again. But what I'm telling you guys, since you already are not at that same advantage, you guys still need to get in the gym. You guys still need to work on your conversation skills, and you need to build yourself up. It's just not over exaggerated like it is in the States. Let me know what you think.
But this really pissed off a lot of the creators in the Passport Bro community. Another one of my good buddies, Aaron Ferris, also known as BMT Live, posted a video called The Dark Side of Auston Holleman.
Because the thing that frustrates me the most about this situation is the fact that you kind of talking against your audience, and your audience, at least, I'm not even gonna say the audience, the guys, the brothers that were supporting you when you was going through that drama in Brazil. You saw that, some guys kind of got the hell on you, threw you on the bus, but some guys was there for you. And now all of a sudden, it's like these same guys are capping, or these same Passport Bros that's been kind of preaching this narrative, and especially me, who's been 100% transparent and truthful. Now we all cap, now we're selling the dream and all this. So we got to do a little straightening. And nothing big, I said Auston this. I sent him this. I told him, I said, hey, bro, I've been watching your titles lately now. You've been kind of on it with the whole black man this type of shit, right? And that's cool. That's cool because it's your channel. It's your channel, and you're preaching from your perspective. And I think your audience base kind of understands that, you do clickbaitish things in order to go viral, but some of them don't. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and kind of straighten the homie out a little bit. All right.
Skylar Duron, also known as the Master Teacher. He's a guy also from Dallas I like a lot. He really didn't like what Auston had to say at all. And he came out with this scathing video.
Shoots videos on the beach, puts a camera in a woman's face, says a bunch of stuff that she didn't realize was gonna go on the internet. The video goes viral. The individual gets a bunch of death threats, blah, 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 blah. And then he claims that it was feminists that ran him out of Brazil. Feminism. Okay, now keep in mind, nobody else in our sector, in the black male sector, has had any issues with feminism in Brazil. But everybody took up for him a year and a half ago. They were like, yeah, that's what it was. But I didn't. I came out and I said, no. It wasn't feminism that got you ran out of Brazil. It was your actions that got you ran out of Brazil. I was very clear about that. But everybody was like, "Oh, MT, you're being too harsh, MT. He's young. He's gonna learn." I was like, "Okay, whatever," but I'm still keeping my stuff. Okay? Next, this individual goes to Europe. Okay? So now we're in Europe. The women in Europe are showing you genuine interest. Okay? They're enjoying your company, right? But then you come back and become a victim again and say, "Oh, these women in Europe fetishize black men." So now you're a victim again. So you've been a victim of feminism in Brazil. Now you go to Europe and you're a victim of being fetishized. Do we see a pattern here? Okay. Next, you come back to Brazil, potentially risking your life, okay, which is a subject for another video. Your views dry up. Potentially, you didn't get the viewership that you thought you would receive coming back to Brazil, and now you want to cry colorism.
So, to Skylar and BMT's credit, it appears that Auston Holleman was a part of the Passport Bros and caused a lot of problems for the Passport Bro name. Then Auston Holleman disassociated himself from the Passport Bros while bringing that negative activity and problems to the trademark or to the name or to the community of the Passport Bros. And now he's just, according to them, criticizing the community in which he helped destroy, in other words. Going back to Brazil, according to Skylar, was not a great idea. And then people also point out these things about Auston. People are also complaining about these coaching consultations, which I don't really find a problem with because they're only $20 for 30 minutes. That's pretty decent. I just think that, let me just talk about what Auston is talking about when it comes to, black men not being the number one choice. Now, some of the other stuff about not being unaccountable of what happened to the community, the Skylar's and BMT's point, I'm sure they have some evidence in which they will believe that. Like I said, I know Auston personally, I've met him. But I wasn't as involved in the Passport Bro community as these guys are, and they're very great guys. So I won't comment on that. What I will comment on is the fact that, white men tend to have a more of an advantage living overseas. Now, Auston has also said that doesn't mean that black men need to get the best or top tier looking women, because the top tier women of any society are going to have, a lot of options with the top tier men. Even here in Uganda, all right, I'm doing pretty decent in Uganda. Like, could you date like the most connected chick that's like in the government? Her dad is a military guy or the prime minister? No, right? You're probably not going to be able to get that. Now in Africa, you do have an advantage, but you may not have an advantage in Poland or Romania. Most women are not even thinking about that. I think that's what he's saying. But yeah, you can, depending on how you carry yourself. And he is right that white men do have a significant advantage, even in Africa. This is just how it is. But ultimately, black men also have a better chance in those places. They may not need to have the top-notch female, and they may not need to have X, Y, and Z. So yeah, this is something that's interesting, right? But also, Auston alluded to the fact that these guys are not getting the top-notch women unless they're buying sex, unless they're paying for prostitution. I think that also offended the guys because, there are definitely cases where that's not happening. Of course, you might have a guy providing. But anyways, like I said, these things tend to happen in communities, all right? And what you're seeing the Passport Bro movement go through is the same thing that the Black Manosphere went through when we came together, all right? We came together, and then you're going to get guys that either defect or don't like or whatever, and nobody wants to blame or take the blame for whatever happens, and the community kind of splits up, and then you get enemies. Happens all the time, right? But I just want to let them know, the Passport Brothers and all, the guys that are doing such a great job. Hey man, you guys are really inspiring brothers, man. You got a lot of opportunity in the game. You got a lot of good content creators. You got Auston, you got Ronan the Traveler, Razor Ray, shouts from brother Razor Rays. You know, there's a lot of guys out there, man, do a lot of good things. I'm always supporting the streams if I can. Skylar DeRoy, Master Teacher. In my honest opinion, this will be a disagreement where brothers will just go through it. And the Passport Bros are unstoppable. You know, you got some of the guys out there making names. Jay Rello, I seen some of his content. These guys are unstoppable. All right, shout out to Flip Flop. You know, these guys are going to continue traveling. These guys are going to continue to find what they're looking for. Auston has his right to his opinion, and a lot of that stuff I have seen living overseas. But the movement is going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to grow. As it continues to grow, it's going to continue to have problems. It's just what it is. Okay. The movement is going to grow, have problems, and then grow again. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.